Sorry, y'all. I was trying to tell y'all my phone was ringing, and y'all know I'm here for work, so I still got to take my call. So once I took the call, it knocked the whole live off. So I apologize for that. Can y'all hear me? Now the bad thing is I don't have the comments. I don't have the comments from the other live. So if there was something that you wanted to say that we didn't get to, because I was trying to read everyone's comments. So if there was something that you were saying that I didn't get to, then feel free to put it back in here, um, so that we can put it back up. Because I got to start from scratch. I got to start from scratch. Let me get something to drink, y'all. Okay. Gotta have two. I do, but I can't use the other one. Not yeah, I can't use that one. I can't use that one, Chad. Okay. Will the ones who sign the checks get in trouble? That's a good question. That's a good question. You need to know sign language. I gotta do better, basic mom. I gotta do better. What's going on, Trevin? I was asking how you feel about the cameras and the smoke detector and the lock from the inside button. Um, Honestly, I'm gonna say this first. Um, First thing I would say, being a homeowner, like it's your business what you do with your house, how you do your stuff in your house. Like that's your business. But the one thing I found interesting about that, unless I missed something now, what I heard was that was in his bedroom. That was in his bedroom. And to my understanding, whatever activities, like he wasn't bringing these people into his personal bedroom. Now, I could be wrong. If y'all know something different, correct me, child. Correct me. But that was in that personal bedroom. So was that him and wifey? Like that was for their personal pleasure since it was in that bedroom? And the button to get out, like now if I got that if I misinterpreted that, y'all let me know. Cause that's what I thought the guy said. It was in the master bedroom of the house. The thing on the door and the camera that was inside of the smoke detector. Feel free to correct me. I will stand corrected, child. I'm not putting my comment back in because I thought it ran you out. No, LaBelle, you didn't run me out. You didn't run me off. You didn't run me off. Um, I want you guys to say whatever you got respectfully. Respectfully, say what you got to say. Respectfully. Um, so we can talk about how do you feel about Sparkle coming out making a video saying that they are lying and mad that they were forced to testify. Minnie, you getting my honest opinion right now. I do believe they were forced to testify, and I don't believe that they wanted to testify. I don't, just based on the stuff that I'm hearing and the way that they're responding to the questions. I don't think they wanted to testify. I don't know specifically that they spoke with her and told her that, but that's the vibe that I'm getting. Well, I mean, what do y'all think? That's the vibe I'm getting from what I'm hearing. That's the vibe I'm getting. Go back to the Gail King show on media. Never been to the bank. So try to throw her skin under the bus. He goes. Big Red, absolutely. Well, that's the reason why they're in the situation now. I mean, if you handling the money and you the one that's giving money out to everybody, then you and I think that's the reason that's why he wanted, their stuff separate and make sure that he was completely, their cases were completely separate so that he can go and y'all know how this stuff works. If you okay, tell the folks. Basically, I didn't. I gotta work on it. See, when I sound like I'm throwing up gang signs, it's like I'm throwing up gang signs. I gotta be careful. But I know the next time. I thought y'all could still hear me. I was just talking away. um, that's what I gathered from it too. I don't think he even knew about that camera. If so, I'll leave it there. That's a good question too. What's going on, TJ? That's a hey. Heck, they said wife. Oh shoot, they said wifey had threesome too with the minor, so I was a little choked. Kendra, that's what I was talking about earlier. Now I know last night it was said that she was of age. She said that she was of age when wifey came into play. But my thing is, I'm sorry, y'all. I was gonna scratch. I'm sorry. If you saying that you are her godmama, you don't have no business putting your hands on her either. Why are you touching her? That's all I'm saying. Okay, you want to get with the girls too. Okay, fine. Go find you another one. What is going? And that's what makes me question. That's what I'm saying. I don't think everybody's telling the truth about everything. Now, in that case, I feel like Jane might have been protecting her because they're not doing it. That's all I'm saying. That if you look at the other case, the stuff that these people are saying, and this one is not as damning. I mean, like, I don't want to say damning because it's definitely damning, but you could tell these ladies were upset. Okay, the people that were involved in the other one. In this particular case, it's not so much to me, it doesn't seem like, oh, I'm going after him. I want to take you down. Like it's not coming across like that. It's like I still got something for him. And I'm gonna say what these people say I got to say. But whatever they don't know, I'm not saying. That's kind of you say I'm I don't know. And that's why I said the thing with I don't know. Let me go back up. People need to realize that rich, wealthy people have secret doors, oh shoot, secret doors, closets, mirrors, etc. They are not regular. I'm gonna tell you, Miss Fat. I don't think nothing regular about any place he stay. Ain't nothing See, I was about to say something. Y'all probably gonna get mad with me. I install those in people's houses all the time. It's common when you have people in your home and you are often away. You control it. Record or not record. Well, I got cameras all over my house. They ain't in the smoke detectors though. They ain't in the smoke detectors. But I'm looking. Ask my ex-husband. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. No, I'm not. I'm looking. But anyway, okay. Let me read on. Let me read on. Okay. They wouldn't have a case without them. Even in New York, I was asked did they want to testify or be there. All said no. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I truly believe the family did what the daughter wanted under his direction. Respectfully, I feel he tried to cover it, but he failed tremendously. They so D stupid. He was the bag. I always protect the bag. Miss Fat, let me play the devil's advocate for a minute. Let me play the devil's advocate for a minute. Because if they were slow for not protecting the bag, what category do you put himself in right now for this situation that he done found himself in? Cause this right here, they did. I'm just it, y'all. Ain't no tell. I don't know if Shannon on here. I don't know if we got any men. I don't know if the men. I know Trevin was in here. Y'all ain't nobody tell worth all this. I ain't nobody tell worth all this. It's too many tails running around here. Yeah, and then, child, let me tell you something. I'm feeling like I don't know. I don't think that they have any resentment towards him. I don't. I don't think they have any resentment towards him at all. I stand on that. They got upset initially. They were upset initially when they found out, but once they got over that, and they got over it because they didn't report it, so they got over it. Once they got over that, then it was what it's like. What can I get out of this? What's in it for me? And that's what I'm hearing on this stand. Because to Tate, I mean, they said some stuff, but like they could have really. I mean, you get on the stand and people don't know if you lying or telling the truth because at this point it's your word against theirs. They could have really put some stuff out of there, out there. Big Red, I agree with that. They could have really put some stuff out there and just made him look like all the. I mean, and the stuff that was already out there is not good. But like they could have just added some old. The mama could have said that somebody tried to. She said that they threatened, but not him. But like she could have said that they. I mean, did all kind of stuff. And I don't know, TJ. Hold up, TJ. Before I get, I think I stopped on yours the last time, TJ. Hold on, good one, Miss Fat about the camera. And my Debo was still gotta go to everyone, and I mean everyone. Now that I agree. Everybody, they do, they do. They talk about manipulating versus money and motivation. Piece of the puzzle. I would say the money is part of the manipulation, but I'm looking at he's manipulating, but you're manipulating the situation too. Because once you start accepting the money, then that's you manipulating a situation in your favor. Y'all see what I'm saying? He's manipulating it for whatever he needs it for, but then you're manipulating. He's getting what he need to get out of it, and you getting what you need to get out of it. So it's manipulation on all fronts. So that's what I'm saying. Like that manipulation with him don't go but so far because if it did, he could have kept his money in his pocket. He could have kept that money in his pocket. But he was paying a lot of people. And you're not gonna tell me people can do a good job. They ain't do that good of a job. They ain't do that good. Miss Fat, let me go back up. I can't even read your comment. You trying to get me in trouble. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get back where I was at. You have to know the industry. They want his music and would do anything to get it. And the tides. That's hot. Didn't want to stop. Hidden down. I'm not speaking about this. Many famous and rich people who have secret hidden doors. Oh, I'm with you on that. They got some hidden stuff. I mean, to some extent, some of it kind of cool. It, the media can make the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent. This is true. I would have had cameras in my bathroom messing with all them frauds. TJ, that's actually what I was gonna say, but I ain't want nobody feeling some type of way. I'm like, when I go up in the house like that, I ain't even trying to squat because I'm feeling like a camera in the toilet. I'm feeling like a Carmen of Tull. I ain't fooling with y'all. Have me hemmed up. Have me on somebody. What's the little website? One. What is it? The website people had a little something. The little pages. One. What's the page, y'all? What's the website where the people have the pages? Um, what? What's the name of the website where the people be going and putting their little provocative pictures and stuff up there? What is the name of that website? For no, not Backpage. No, girl, Backpage. No, not that one. It's a OnlyFans. OnlyFans. That had me on somebody OnlyFans page. Yeah, DC Nate. You said Backpage. Oh Lord. If you end up on that, that's a problem. Okay, hold on. Let me get back. Let me get back. I get it, but let's be real here. It's some freaky stuff we're dealing with, and he is not all innocent as people may think. But I do understand how y'all feel about him going down, and others don't. It's definitely some freaky stuff. I mean, at this point, Kendra, I'm not one to say that folks like that innocent thing. I don't be putting that on people because I'm like, I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what you got going on. I'm doing good, decent native. How you doing? So I just try to look at everything, and that's what I'm doing with this. That's why I try to be quiet with the stuff, but now that some of the stuff is coming out. And honestly, this was part of what I was waiting on to see. Okay, what's the deal with this? Because fortunately, I didn't see a tape. I didn't see a tape, so I could never say what was or wasn't on the tape. Um, but but again, I also know that when it came to that first one, that was one of the main reasons that that acquittal hit because she didn't testify and she was gone. But so now you got this situation, and that's what I'm saying. I look at it from all angles because I know people they may say that she's they call me they may say that she's making some stuff up, but the way I'm looking at it is I ain't even trying to say look at her hair comment, Kendra, because she trying to get me in trouble. I, I ain't fooling with Miss Fat. She trying to get me in trouble. um, Lord, I forgot what I was saying. um, what I say with that is it's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good thing for her to say that it was her on that tape. That's my only thing. Like, she's not getting anything out of saying that was me. That is embarrassing. Like, her as a grown woman now with a child, that is freaking embarrassing. So that would be my only thing. That's why I sit back and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can agree with that because what reason does she have to claim that it was her? Right, peace in the pub. Right, 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 right. What reason would you have to come out and say some stuff like that? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, but manipulation for what? Because if nothing happened, this is the thing that I'm trying to understand. And y'all try to help me understand now because I can be slow sometimes. If nothing happened between them at all, then what is their motive at this point for coming out and saying this stuff? What is she getting? And we can't say a cheap apartment or nothing like that. What is she getting out of going out there saying that was me saying all that stuff, doing all that stuff out that everybody was making fun of and all that stuff? Section 8, come on, y'all. We lie about way less embarrassing things. What would be the reason? If they're on, that's what I'm saying, freedom, if they're on good terms, that girl said a Grey Goose endorsement. If they're on good terms, y'all, that's what I'm saying. They were on good terms. They all talking. They on good terms. What would be the reason for them to do that to him now? If they were on good terms and nothing bad happened, something had to happen. Girl, if you don't stop, you might as well put gas up there. They were on good terms. And if nothing happened, then what would be the reason for them to turn on him now? He's still consoling them with death in the family. Even do y'all see what I'm saying? No, even with them coming, even with them coming and saying, okay, that's what I said, Miss Fat. If that's true, then what would be the reason? We clearly see she still got feelings for this man. We clearly see her mama is still cool with him, to be honest. So, what would be the reason for them to come against him like that? If nothing happened, that's what I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. If nothing happened between them, if there is no bad blood between them and everything is all good, and he's just looking out for his family, then what reason do they have to come out against him like that? And remember, this is not something that just came about today. This not something that came about today. This something that came about darn near 20 years ago. That's all. I'm looking at y'all comments, and I'm not arguing with y'all. I just want we just doing a little debate. I'm playing the devil's advocate. So even if they needed somebody, she was afraid of trying to please the government in order to not get in trouble. Lavelle, say so. Say so. If we're being honest, even his attorney pointed out what the reality of it was, y'all. She got immunity because she perjured herself before. And that's how they could come after her, because she perjured herself. Same thing with the mom. She perjured herself before. That's what they have to hold over their heads. They perjured themselves before. And they can legit come after them for perjury. And that's why his attorney asked that. Like, that's why it was said specifically. What were you told that you had to tell the truth on the stand? Do y'all remember that question? That's why they were asked that. That's why they were asked that. TJ, I listen. I'm looking at the whole thing. I'm not looking at it from one side of the other, but it's clear. It's clear. Do y'all see what I'm saying? We know that something was said different from the beginning than what is being said now. So if you're saying something different now than what was said before, then that's perjury. That's not a question. Like there's no doubt in that though. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's not a question at all. What was said now, what's being said now is completely different than what was said before. So that is perjury. So that's what they can hold over their heads. Like there's no dispute in that. It was perjury. So the only way that you're gonna get out of perjury is let me go ahead and I'm gonna give you this immunity. Now I'm gonna give you a chance to come in here and tell the truth. Now get up there and let me find out you lied. That's what I'm saying. They saying the stuff that people they gonna say what the people ask them. But it's like if you don't ask me, I ain't saying nothing. You can't say I lied because you didn't ask me. That's the thing. Let me go back. Hold up, y'all. Let me go back up to y'all comments. Let me see where I started. Hold on, y'all, before you curse me out. Hold on, hold on, hold on. The dad is deceased now, and that brother been sticking up. Now all of a sudden he gone. Cause he don't want no parts. He don't want no. That's what I'm telling y'all. They have been good. They have been good all this time. So, and then you guys saw the text message interactions. The people contacted me. You need to contact me and let me know what I need to do because I'm gonna do what's best for me. Yeah, that can't be disputed. Like that stuff was real. That was real. Like it's being laid out. Like it's some stuff you might want to overlook. Some stuff like that was right there. That was right there. Even after this surviving thing came out, I'm worried about you. Don't let the people get to you. Don't let the devil do such and such. Like they still had positive communication. So what would be the reason for them to come after him at this point? So if somebody said that he was sitting in there and he was crying, then I promise you that that's the reason he was crying. Because he was hurt. Like, dang, not you too. But y'all know these people backed against they back. It's like, do I continue? Hold up, TJ laughing. Let me see what Miss Fatman said up here, Lord. Oh, from South Carolina. Oh. Um, because it's the truth, and they was calling him by the government. It was no ill will intended. Yeah, I don't believe they. I don't think they were coming for him because they could have did a lot of damage. Now she talking, leading to interviews, book deals, movie deals. Lady Singer, who is she talking to? Manipulation. Sabrina, I don't know if I spoke. Hey, how you doing? Last question. She asked her, didn't you keep texting him and he didn't text you back? Yeah, that was a question. That was a question. So why the mom is saying it wasn't her? I didn't hear the mom say that. When did the mom say it wasn't her? I missed that. She could have gotten probation for that. Purge. It was very important for this one to get that out. I don't think it's her. I still believe it's LVA. So which was the truth? She did the same thing. I'm glad my family and friends know different. How much jail time you get. It depends. I don't know the min and the max for that. But I can tell you that was probably threatening them with the max. Miss Ty, how you doing? Hey, baby daddy said it was her on that tape in the first. That's everybody lied. I feel like everybody lied. Everybody lied. They lied directly or they lied by omission. I feel like everybody lied. They were gonna make sure they recover. Whoever were up there, they gonna make sure they recovered. All should be charged causing taxpayers all this money. She still lied though, right? Piece of the puzzle. Who you talking about? You talking about Jane? How did the government know that she lied the first time? Do y'all remember? I want y'all to be honest with me. Anybody. If you don't remember, don't say you remember. Do y'all remember that the attorney that was on that case way back when, the older guy, I don't know, he might have died. Um, that he came out after the fact, and I'ma say it exactly how he said it. He said that he was guilty as hell. Peace in the pot. Oh my gosh. That's something that's something that stuck in my mind. And there was also something else, and I heard somebody say something on another channel, and I said, yeah, they didn't understand um what was being done. After that first um trial took place and the acquittal and all that stuff, y'all do realize that his attorneys had talked him into getting put on Depo Provera. So he was on Depo Provera for a while. That's when he started gaining that weight. And it was to reduce his sexual urges, his sexual appetite. Do y'all remember that? Because somebody was saying they should have did so. It was. He was taking it. He was getting shots. And that seemed to have helped. And see, that's what I'm saying. I think that you had this situation right here, and I think he toned things down. I think he toned things down a lot, but you can't change stuff that has already been done. Hold on, let me go back. Okay. No one disputing it though. I just feel they're stupid. Yes, to get her apartment and everything else they gave her. At that point, he didn't trust anyone. Her truth could have really been her truth, but her truth could now be their lie. Figure that one out. Okay, Lavelle. Okay, you trying to get deep over there? Oh, okay. Her truth could have really been her truth, but her truth can now be their lie. Figure that out. Miss Ty said, Jesus, take the wheel. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Yeah, hurt because everyone he helped and took care of now don't give a D about him. I rebuke any of them helpers getting money. They were reaped too. Harvest season around the corner. She did. She said he was on the tape, but not her daughter. Now, I remember she said that initially, but did she say that in this trial? She said this time on the stand because I didn't see that. I know she said that initially she identified him way back when, in the first one. But correct me if I'm wrong. She said it this time too. You saying, you saying all this, but what about the folks and I don't know. I don't know. I'm still. I think the stuff with the tapes or whatever. I think that's going to be a mystery to a lot of people because I don't think anybody outside of that jury is actually going to be able to see what the jury is seeing. So I think that may be um, it may be a mystery. What the attorneys are standing on is, bump the tape. We got her right here saying that it was her, and that's better than the tape. That's basically what they're saying. Like even look, she said it was her. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but that's the stance that I'm gathering that they're taking. So somebody lying, and I believe it's her. Even the mom saying it's not her. All fingers are pointing at Kip. Is it true that Kip? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he cried. That's what somebody reported in here. Jensen was his name. So did he die? Because I know he was supposed to be on like his deathbed or something. Did he die? Miss Ty said I thought about that too, honestly. Miss Speck said he was under the influence of morphine. Like he was at, if he did say that R. Kelly should have sued him, well, that was not his fault. Go get Teresa. Yes, I remember. You know, that's still, I'm not going to even, yes, I am. While they're sitting up here doing all this stuff, let me take that back. Because the statute of limitation will be so far gone on that even if they wanted to do something, I don't think they could. But I think that there should have been some. But let's be clear on this. He still loved his sister. He still loved her. So he don't want her going to jail. He still loved his sister. Okay, I got to catch back up. He had all that sex, but only had 3 kids by the wife. I just pray he get all the help he needs. I do too, basic mom. I do too. If this case so shut and dry, why did they do a hit run? Look, I ain't don't child don't. Big Red, when you ask that question, see, I'm thinking in the opposite direction because I didn't hear anything about hit and run. But when I hear that somebody was handling a lot of situations and she knew a lot of stuff and that she had a hit and run, that don't, let me move on. That's not a good look. Um that girl say I will never turn on him unless it's my back. So the mom said this time, she said this time in this trial right here that it wasn't her. They tampered with. Okay, so he did die. Okay. Her baby daddy couldn't get her an apartment. That's a good question. That's a good question. But that's what I'm saying. She's dealing with this person right here, and even though she broke away or whatever, he was still taking care of her. That's so boyfriend didn't have to get an apartment because he got an apartment and a truck. Well, he didn't buy it. Well, she got a truck. I don't know where the truck came from, but he got a truck. So it was. That's what I'm saying. What reason? What reason did she have? Like if the thought is that she just turned on him, like what reason did she have to do it? Because it sounded like up until he couldn't, he was still taking care of her. That girl did not know the minor in that tape. Why would you be saying your age because of tape? Who asked? Big Red, I don't know, but you can already tell by the people that's in this chat. We got some freaks in this chat, so they may be yelling their age. Okay, the person who comment right under yours at 812, that's probably one of them right there. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. You don't have to explain. You know I'm very intelligent. I'm just being. I know you're being petty, Betty. I know a man. I know a man that you know, and that's where it stopped. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You should not touch her at all. You know, she was singing to him, and she was out of help. Her father and brother played in his band. True. That's true. That's true. never mixed with the hired help, so she only saying it's her because that's the Fed's truth. You know she was classmates who let me go eat. Oh, I can't fool with you. They used to a certain lifestyle being around him, and when he refused to answer her text, that pissed her off. It's levels to freaky stuff. I promise. I thought I was freaky till I heard. TJ, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna even lie. Like all seriousness, all like these people run circles around me. Okay, these people run circles around me. I mean, I'm a whole Mary Poppins, Joan of Arc, and a whole Virgin Mary when it come to what these people got going on. Cause child, look here, look here. I can't compete. See, that's why they wouldn't even look in my direction, child. They too advanced for me. They all too advanced for me. They too advanced for me, child. I be the what the what? Child. I have to get up early still listening in. May fall asleep so shalom and may your week be productive and blessed. All right, peace in the puzzle. Stop smiling, soaking up all this juice and tea. That I'm Sister Mary Clarence. Exactly. Sister Mary Clarence. There you go. There you go. I ain't watching that tape. No ma'am. No ma'am. No Sam. No ham. No peanut butter. No jelly. No bologna. No turkey. No spam. No treat meat. No none of that. I ain't watching that tape. Child. Mm-mm. No. 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 Nope. This is my virtual life. I'm not like this in real life. Oh Lord. I hope there's not a tape with everybody in it. Hmm? Child. It shouldn't be, TJ. I heard somebody say that last night, then I heard somebody else come back and say that it wasn't there. But y'all don't go watching that stuff. If it is, they don't go watch that stuff. The original had no sound, so if they just transferred it to DVD, how did it get sound? See, that's something I can't even speak towards, child, because I don't know. If I told you I knew, I would be lying. I would be lying because they couldn't tell. Listen to this transcript here. Yeah, that part I saw the conversation with the agent. I'm not gonna speak on any agents. Let me be clear on that. I ain't gonna speak on no agents. But I hear all the questions and all that stuff, but I guess my thing is if this wasn't him and I was just dealing with a situation like this on the outside and I'm going to rewind, my phone keeps ringing. Yeah, we cutting up and we laughing, but he got himself in a mess. He really got himself in a mess. And it started, have a good night, Sabrina. It started before him. It started when he was younger. It was throughout his childhood. It went into his adulthood. Like he is in a mess right now. He is really in a mess. And like I said, we joke and stuff, but realistically, he is in a mess. He is truly in a mess because the one thing that he had all this time was her not testifying. And now she has. Not just her mom. Oh, God can fix anything, Miss Fat. True that. True that. True that. But just realistically, because I hear a lot of stuff that people are, saying and we joke about stuff and all that, but he's in a serious situation right now. I mean, and it's deep, and I really have the feeling that by the time this stuff is over, that this rabbit hole gonna be even deeper. It's gonna be even deeper. It needed to come out so all parties involved can hear. I agree, Carla. I agree. Um, Going back to something that Miss Fat said though, um, outside of this stuff right here, he 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 needs to deal with what happened to him so he can heal. He has to deal with what happened to him. His brothers or his brother, he needs to deal with what happened to him. Because again, you have a cycle of stuff. You see, his brother got issues, different issues, but he has issues. If you don't deal with this stuff, if you don't dealing with it is not about you going to the authorities per se. It's not about you going and going and putting something out there. I mean, you got different ways of dealing with stuff, but you have to confront what actually happened. You got to be honest with yourself about what actually happened, and not just about what actually happened, but how it has how it has affected you, because it does affect you. So you have to be honest with yourself about how it has affected you. He has to deal with these monsters, because if the stuff that he claimed happened to him really happened, then that's some deep stuff. And hence you have the pattern of manipulation. That stuff started just like y'all said before with the young ladies. People said that they already had dysfunction. He had dysfunction too. He had dysfunction. What's going on, Shawty? And that, I mean, y'all, the stuff just needs to be addressed like all the way around. I'm telling you, like, if I had to make recommendations, he would be in therapy for a minute. That young lady and her mom, and if her dad was still here, they would be in therapy. The I won't even, since we talking about this, and we gonna sit with this. Miss Fat, I got you. I got you. Hit me up. Hit me up. Um, because there's some stuff going on there. There's some stuff going on there. Um, there is the question, Actually, I do all my services over the phone and virtual. Come holler at me, girl. Calling me now for your free reading. Calling me now. um, but yeah, there's some healing that has to take place, y'all. Like there's some definite healing. And I'm gonna have to say this too. It's okay to support someone, but still recognize that they have some issues that need to be resolved. They got some issues that need to be resolved. I'm gonna have to keep this cute because I know that y'all. If we wanted to have a real in depth conversation, then we could have it. But I know that's not a conversation that people are willing to have on here. Um, I don't think that there's any denying that he has some issues. What's going on, Dom? It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot of therapy. And not just going and talking to somebody and listening. You got to sit there and be actively involved. You have to be actively involved. People think that they just go and listen to the clinician talk and just sit back. They think that they laying back on the couch like this right here. That's not how that works. You have to go, and number one, you got to be honest with yourself, and then you got to be honest with that therapist. Because if you come in there, you're not being honest about a situation, then nobody can help you. Nobody can help you if you're not being honest. I've dealt with that too much. I've had to confront that too much. And see, I'm a little different with mine because I'm going to call you out on your mess when I know or I feel like you're not being honest because I can tell when you holding back. He got to be honest. Whoever is getting hit, you have to deal with the fact that this stuff happened and that it played a pivotal role in the person that you are today. A pivotal role. There she go. Lay your head on my pillow. He got a lot. Okay. Let's have a real talk. Children it wasn't making it easy for Joy reading all those so-called love letters from Karen. I'm mature enough to have a conversation. God gives us chances, and if we continue to turn a deaf ear, He has a way of sitting us down and pouring into us. I feel it's happening for him. He has trust issues, and no other way would do. I hope he's ready. I hope he's ready for that now. Um, I feel you. I feel you on that, Miss Fat. I feel you on that. We're not ready for that conversation. He has to get some help. He has to get some help. And one of the two things. One of the reasons why I would say that is because I remember when he did that interview and he was asked about him liking teenage girls. And he said, when you say teenage, like what age are we referring to? What age are we talking about? That was a red flag for me. That was a red flag for me. No cap. That was a red flag. My other thing was, and this isn't the first time I'm having this conversation, whenever he was talking before and had that conversation about if they were going to get me, they should have got me 30 years ago. And he basically said, I got me here. God didn't have anything to do with this. I did this. And I done had this conversation. I feel like you darn near put a mark on your back. Oh, you did this? I didn't help get you out of this? I didn't help get you out of this. You gonna sit here and act like I ain't the reason that this what we doing? So that's why, like way back when I was first talking about this stuff and I was talking about a spiritual warfare, that's what I was referring to. That's exactly what I was referring to. And I mentioned it back then. Spoke to the people about it. I did. I did. I did. And what I got from it, let me know if y'all want to have this conversation or y'all just getting this so y'all can go and say, I don't like her no more. I'm unsubscribed. Go ahead and let me know before we have this conversation. First of all, if you want to have this conversation, I need those likes to go up some because I'm just sitting here talking, knowing people gonna be pissed off with me, and ain't nobody hitting the like button. When I was 18, I was growing to let my dad. Hold on. Ugh. One person hit the like button. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, we had a couple more. Okay. My thought is when I heard that, to me, it came across as being somewhat of a God complex. And don't do that. I'm still a content creator now. I'm still a content creator. And if people not ready for a certain conversation, I feel you. Um, Hearing that, it bothered me. Like it honestly bothered me. We had a lot of conversations about it, like it bothered me. Um, and I said, okay, we got a bit of a God complex here. And so when I saw people, no offense to anybody, buying into this king thing, um, no, not about money, not about money. It has nothing to do with money, nothing to do with money. um, buying into doing this king thing and putting him on this pedestal to this day. That's why somebody mentioned something in another chat talking about, oh, you were talking about humanizing him. I absolutely was talking about humanizing him because some people, when you look at somebody so high, and if 12 people got to make a judgment and they can't see, like they seeing him as a supernatural being, then you don't expect to get anything fair out of that because they don't see you as being a human. So I'm looking and I realized that over some time, like after that stuff happened initially, I remember him going and getting more involved in the church. And I remember seeing videos of him going on stage and he's being prayed for and like he, was filled with the spirit for a moment. And, he was doing his thing. Like I felt like God was working on him. And I think he's still working on him now. Um, but I just felt like once you stop acknowledging what God did for you or how he Miss Pat, say what you gotta say. Once you stop acknowledging what God has done for you and you start feeling like you did things yourself, and it happens a lot. I compare it to me working with somebody and they're taking medication, right? So let's say they're taking medication for depression, they're taking Celexa, and they start feeling better, right? So once they start feeling better, they stop taking the medicine because they're feeling better. Not acknowledging or not understanding that it's the actual medicine at this point that has them feeling better because it is correcting a chemical imbalance that's there. In their minds, I feel better. I no longer need this medicine that y'all are giving me right now. I don't need y'all no more. I don't need the counseling. I don't need the medicine. I'm good. And once they do that, they end up relapsing because you felt like you had all this stuff figured out, but you weren't ready. You didn't realize, you didn't understand that it was the medicine. And for some, a combination of medicine and therapy that had you feeling better. That's what had you feeling better. You got an infection. That doctor gave you antibiotics for 10 days. You're feeling better after day 5. I don't need this medicine anymore. You need to take that medicine for those full 10 days. That pack that doctor gave you, need to take that to make sure that mess is all the way out your body. It's not about you feeling better for the moment. Yeah, some of the symptoms got addressed, but it's not about the symptoms. It's about what's causing the symptoms. So that's what I look at. I look at this the same way. So you had this situation going on, and this, what I'm saying, you got to be careful because stuff comes back full circle. And this exact situation that's going on right now is a situation that he was speaking on when he was having that conversation. And now it has come back to haunt him. So if you're saying that God didn't help you out, if he didn't bring you out of that situation, what's going to happen this time? If God didn't do it, who did it? If I'm not making sense, y'all let me know, because these are just my thoughts. These are just my thoughts. And that's why I say for me it's just deeper than some stuff that's going on in court. I still believe that there is some spiritual warfare there, because you can't, I mean, you can do what you want to do, but once you deny God on something and you know what he did for you. Mar- Marines. Yeah, he said it. It's on video. He said it. Is there anybody else in here that actually heard him? He said it out of his own mouth. He said that. He had on a green jacket. He had on shades. He had on a cap. He said it. He said it. And when he said it, I felt it in my chest. I felt it in my chest. This was the reason why, when I had a chance, I, before this jail stuff all came into play, me, told him, you got some stuff that God wants you to do. You're going to have to be obedient. He said, I know, and started crying. I'm not talking behind nobody. Definitely cringeworthy. Because at the end of the day, we can think whatever we think, but God knows exactly what he means. You see what I'm saying? And once he gives you an out in one situation, you better run with it. You better run with it. Run with it. He give you a chance, leave these people alone and go take care of home. Leave all this foolishness alone and go take care of home. Go take care of them kids. Go take it. Leave the foolishness alone. Leave the folks alone that you know you don't have no business fooling with. Leave the people alone that you know you don't have no business fooling with. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if everybody that's around you are criminals, that's a problem. Everybody except one or two. If everybody around you is a criminal, that is a problem. Y'all don't think so? Because the thing is with that, people can be doing stuff around you and you don't even know what's going on. You might not even have any parts of it. But in some situations, the hands of one, y'all know the rest. I left home. That boyfriend ended up being my husband, my ex-husband. That was confirmation for him when you told him that, because God had put it on his heart before talking to you. Y'all remember? I told y'all this 3 years ago. And what I've said about that has never changed. I saw somebody say, "Oh, I guess you flopping." I'm not flopping on anything. When people ask me questions about stuff, I kept my mouth closed. They, what's your opinion? I don't have one. He got some stuff he need to work on. I feel like he has made some bad decisions. I feel like he should have chose a different group. I feel like he should have listened to some of the people that were trying to tell him stuff. This has been from the beginning. But I feel like he's told people that too, because he told people chill out and trust the process. Because in actuality, none of us know his life. None of us. We can know the music, we can know what was put in the book, we know the stuff that was sensationalized, but none of us know his life, none of us know his sorrows, none of us know his pain, none of us know, like, we don't know. They wasn't picking up what you was putting down. I did, still not turning on him. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't. That's the thing that I want people to understand. If you support somebody, support them. But hold them accountable when they need to be held accountable. Like, that's it. That's it. I heard, a conversation about people shouldn't listen to his music and how can they still listen to his music and all this stuff. I don't. The thing is with that, again, that's hypocritical to me because there aren't too many people. People are still watching people's movies. People are still watching people's TV shows. They're still listening to other people's music that had allegations against them too, to this day. So if you make a decision that that's what you want to do or don't want to do, then that's completely up to you. But don't let anybody tell you what you're supposed to be doing. Like, no, don't listen to them. Like, yeah, like, you have to make that decision on your own. You got to make that decision on your own. But I'll say it again: you got somebody that's close to you that is accused of some wrongdoing or has been proven to have done some wrongdoing. Do you automatically turn your back on them? Some people might. But then you have the others that realize I can still love you, I can still support you. I'm just not going to support you in your wrongness. And I think that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. Just if you support, support. Don't change what you feel unless something happens or things could change. You might not support him today, and tomorrow something changes and you feel like you should be supporting them, or vice versa. But you make that decision. Don't let anybody make that decision for you. Because if the truth be told, if people turn their back on us every time we did something, none of us would have anybody in our corners. None of us. Different levels, but we've all done somebody wrong to some extent, whether intentional or unintentional. We've done somebody wrong or done something wrong. So that's the way that I look at the situation. Am I going to sit here and tell somebody that I know for a fact that anybody is 100% innocent? No. No. And I'll stand firm in that because I've been doing what I do for a long time. And there are certain things that I can identify that somebody else might not see. So no, no, I'm not going to do that. Are there situations when I can say somebody is 100% guilty? Yes. Especially when they come out and say it. Yes. You come out and tell me you did it, I'm gonna believe you then. Hey, I can't believe nobody's word but the words coming out of your mouth. You said you did it, then dirt that you did it. And that's how I feel about the young lady on this tape as well. If she said it, not this tape, whatever you want to call it. I honestly, y'all, I know y'all disagree with me. I just cannot see a grown woman. I just, I, I'm not gonna fuss with anybody about it, but I can't buy into that one. I can't buy into that one. Christians are the worst ones. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I wish I just had 30 minutes alone with him. I set him straight. I think a lot of people feel like that. That's our dumb culture with the BS canceling him. May as well cancel R&B. True story. R&B, hip hop, rock, country. I support him, but I have sense enough to know he had many things to deal with, and I want him to have the opportunity to be a living vessel for the Lord. He can touch lives. Oh, wait a minute, jump. He can touch lives. Where it go? If he is obedient. Okay. God deal with people that did wrong and used them for his good. Now, what make him any different? God can use him too. He can also use you, a perfect person. Absolutely. Absolutely. The greatest in the Bible had great sins, but they are the ones God used. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have to remember it was said that if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, if they will earnestly, fervently seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will heal the land. I will do all these things. But you got to turn from your wicked ways and stay away from it. Once I pull you out, don't you let these things back in. So I know that this man knows God. That's not an opinion. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. So I think we have to, people can be really vile when it comes to talking about situations and talking about people and stuff they don't like, what they think people did or whatever. Like they'll come hard. I mean, like extremely vile with the stuff that they say. I think number one, we have to make sure that we don't become one of those people because it goes back to what I was talking about yesterday. God said He will forgive us if we forgive others. He will forgive others as we forgive them. If we forgive Him, He'll forgive. But if you do not have a forgiving heart yourself, then you cannot expect to be forgiven for your transgressions. So I say that to say this too. He's going to have to make sure that he's forgiving the people that he feels has done him wrong in order for him to receive that same forgiveness. Yeah. I just want to set this off with this, y'all. Just regardless of how you feel about a situation, I would really, I would even say go and if it's something that you believe in, um, you might even want to go into a fast on this, especially if you find yourself coming after that young lady. Like I said, I know people may not agree with me, but it's not okay coming after her because that story didn't just get pulled out of the sky, y'all. That thing has sat here for darn near for 20 years. For 20 years, and the only way that she could have been pulled for this is if she had something that could be used. If they couldn't have used her, they wouldn't have called her. That's the reality of it. So I'm going to stand in making sure, hoping and praying that justice prevails, whatever that justice looks like. I have no say so in that. I have no say so in that. I just want things to be done the right way. I want things to be done the right way. But it's certain things we just can't overlook. Let me change that. It's certain things I can't overlook in my fight for justice because I fight for everybody. So I can't just overlook some things because I may like this about somebody or whatever. So I just challenge people to go turn down your plate, go into your closet, whatever it is that you have to do. Because the reality of it all is when something is put out about somebody else, anybody else, then we have no problem believing it. These are facts. Now, this is where I may lose some people at. We have no problem believing it. Again, especially if it's somebody that we like or dislike. We have no problem with believing it. Or somebody that we don't know, we'll believe it. When it comes to this particular situation, everything is a conspiracy and every single person is lying. Every single person is lying. I think it would be wise to wait and see what he has to say. If he says anything, I think it'd be wise to see what he has to say and go from there. Because we can't talk about other people being manipulated if we walking around acting like we got the wool pulled over our eyes and we can't see nothing. There is some there with this young lady. We can call it whatever we want to call it. There's some there. She got pulled for a reason. She got immunity for a reason. He's heard about it for a reason. That's all I'm saying. So we still got to be honest with ourselves about stuff that's going on. We still got to be honest with ourselves. We can't go and call other people out about lying and stuff like that, and we not being honest with ourselves. Because now we're the ones walking around looking like we being manipulated. There's some work that has to be done. And honestly, when you look at AZ, I won't say her name in here. You look at the age of her. If that doesn't let you know that something needs to change, these are situations that did not have to happen. They were bad decisions. They were bad decisions. And he knew it was bad. That's why he sent her home. But then he let her come back. These are not good decisions. Love him, adore him, but acknowledge the fact that these are not good decisions. Don't give up on him, but acknowledge the fact that these are not good decisions. They're not. They're not. I said we can sit here and shoot the bobo and stuff all day, but I'm like, yo, right, Lulu? Like, I'm sorry, yeah, she was too young. No. And y'all all before she didn't really have a relationship with him and she didn't. Yes, she did. Yeah. He married somebody, y'all. We cannot overlook that. You can come with all the conspiracy theories in the world, but we cannot overlook that. So support him in getting the help that he needs. Support him and like tackling the demons that he has. Support him in that. Pray that he gets a fair fight. I'm praying for him to stand in his truth. Now y'all continue on throwing y'all pennies and stuff at the stage. If you're grown, throw them at the stage. Ain't nothing wrong with it if you're grown. That's on you. Or you go to one of the shows. I saw him giving out the things, so you ain't have to throw them on the stage. He gave them to you. But I think that we got to be honest with ourselves and what we're dealing with right here because I do feel in the next couple weeks, I don't see things getting better. I don't see things getting better. The fact that they started with her so early, I don't see things getting better. But that's just my opinion. He has a fight on his hands. He has a fight on his hands, and it's serious, and it's definitely. I mean, we can laugh about other things, but this is not a laughing matter. So, and I see I lost some people on that. I told when we have certain conversations, like this is why I stay away from this stuff. This is why I stay away, but I'm still about justice. Give him a fair trial, give him a fair shot. If things got to be done that are underhanded, then that means they don't need to be done. Appreciate that, Urban. If you got to do stuff that's underhanded to try to get him, then that means that you don't need to do it. If you got the evidence, then you present what you got. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, Jersey. But anything else, he has a fight. He has a fight. And I would also I got attacked today about saying what you said. Urban, I've been getting attacked the whole time because I wouldn't say stuff or I wouldn't say stuff the way that people wanted me to say it, or how dare you say this, or people calling folks to let them know, let me tell you what Doc said, and oh, Doc is against him with this, and Doc believes that. And like I said, to the people that mattered in this situation, they knew exactly how I felt from day one. Wow. Wow. You can't walk around with blinders on. Do I think the New York trial was fair? Um, to be honest with you, I didn't keep up with the trial. I didn't keep up with the trial. What I saw was the time um, that he was given at the end, but the actual trial, like I was listening at the very beginning, and then I stopped keeping up with it because it was so much stuff going on. Um, what I can say, based on the guidelines and the charges that he had, the understand what I'm saying? The sentencing was fair. It fell within the guidelines. Did they prove their case? Especially the from the part that I know, I don't feel like they. I don't. I feel like there's room for an appeal on that one, and I can't get too deep into that. I feel like they have room for an appeal on that. So to that extent, he has a right attorney in place for that. This one is a lot different. That first one, I think it may take some time, but he might be all right. He probably gonna have to sit for a while, but he might be all right. I think this one is a whole other monster. I hope that answers your question. So, in actual, I mean, they're really dealing with two completely different things. They're people kind of talk about them like they're the same thing, but they're really dealing with completely different situations. So, this one is the one that depending on how the outcome of this is the one that really puts that has the potential to really put that lasting stain, um, depending on the outcome. So, did I answer your question? But just like I keep them in my prayers, I keep the people that have been hurt, I keep them in my prayers. I keep the people that allege that they have been hurt. I keep the attorneys. I keep the judges. I keep everybody in my prayers because this definitely leaves some scars. His spirit will help him get through this. I think he knows he should have done a lot of things differently. Right, Michelle? Prayers. Yeah, I never switched him because they used him. They did. They did. They did. But that's what I'm saying too. Even while he's going through the situation that he's going through right now, and I know you want to depend on people and you don't want to lose people, but if you see that people are not for your good, you need to get rid of them. If you see that people are not looking out for your best benefit, you need to get rid of them, regardless of who it is. If they still talking that slick talk, that foolish talk, that silly talk, you need to get rid of them. You need to get rid of them. If it's somebody that could bring you any kind of harm or bring any kind of mess your way, you need to get rid of them. Period. No in between. No, maybe we can talk. No, you need to get rid of them. You need to get rid of them ASAP, family included. You need to get rid of them. Love them from a distance. That's just my take on that. Oh Lord. But y'all, it is 11:13. Y'all time. What time is it here, child? Wait a minute, did my time change? What time is it? That has 11:14 on it. That's all we can do is pray for all involved. I know God can and will make a way when we see no way. Nobody else can do it. Absolutely. We need to look at the company we keep. Y'all, I appreciate you guys for joining me tonight. I gotta get my butt. Okay, so it is 11:14 Eastern Standard Time. So it is. Dang, what time is it here? Because my TV on here is saying 11:14, and I know that's not right here. So what time is it? Oh, Lord. Yes, she did, but when the judge said her mind was made up about the sentence, why did she go? They still have to. They still have to. He has a right. That's his right. Um, that trial is his right. I need Denver time, y'all. I can't see it on my phone because I don't want to change my watch. I don't want to change the time on my watch. Um, I guess I could look at my laptop, but uh, so yeah.